Good evening, everybody. Today, actually, it's the full moon of Yuli in the lunar moon calendar of the time of the Buddha. This is called Asalha Puja, which considered to be the 8th month in the year. Okay, now we are Yuli, so it's 7. But this Gregorianic calendars according to the sun. But if we talk about the time of the Buddha, it was different names for the months, and they also go according to the moon. So we are now in the full moon, which is the middle of the moon, middle of the months. Okay, so we are in the middle of the 8th month of the year. This is called Asalha in the Buddhist calendar. In India at the time, it's called Asalha. So today is the full moon of Asalha. It's called the Asalha Puja. And what happened today is actually the Buddha, he turned the wheels of Dhamma. It means it was the first teaching where the Buddha, after getting enlightened, 7 weeks he stayed under the tree, and then 1 week he walked from Bodh Gaya to Varanasi, to Sarnath. Sarnath is about 10 kilometers from the city, big city Varanasi. And there he meet his friend, 5 friends that before left them, and he teach them the first ceremony. And the Kundanya, the elder from them, he became certified. But, and then tomorrow, it's actually starting the rainy season, officially starting the rainy season in the Far East. So what happened is that the Buddha stayed with the monks 3 months in the Isipatane, in Varanasi, okay? So, and then they make the first, what we call, in Thai, we use the word pansa, rainy season, basa, okay? This is in Pali. Today, what we do, I will not explain about this today because I didn't finish yet the talk about the death of the Buddha. The Maha-parinibbana Sutta, we didn't finish it yet. So I hope today, I think today we will finish it. So about what happened in Asalha Puja and the rainy season, and this, I will talk about this next week. Okay, next week we will wait for next week, so I will be able to complete first the Visakha Puja, which is one of the occasions that happened in Visakha Puja. It's the talk in a long time, in a few weeks we didn't make a talk, so we will finish the Maha-parinibbana Sutta. This means the Sutta of the death of the Buddha, when the Buddha finally enlightened the Buddha. So what we do, I first share the Sutta. Here. Here. We are here. We are in this page, which is now talking about the passing away of the Buddha. Okay? And now the Buddha is actually in Kusinagar. He's laying down in between 2 sala trees. Okay? And it's in the, now we are about 2 o'clock in the morning. We are about 2 o'clock in the morning. In the day of the full moon of the 6th month of the year. This is Visakha, called Visakha. And we are now on the occasion that the Buddha already walked after he was feeling sick. About 3 months is walking. And then one day he eat the bed food in Puba. And from Puba he walked one day. And during this time, he stopped about 25 times with the bleeding. When you go to the toilet, you bleed and suffering a lot. Actually, he didn't suffer because his mind is upeka. It's out of suffering. But he feels the body exhausted. And then he reached to the sal tree, in between 2 sal trees, he lay down in Kusinagar. And so that time we talk about all what happened before. But now we coming to the situation when the Buddha laying down on the right side. We call it in the lion position. Yeah, two legs together and lion position. He stay in between two Asalha tree, and he's going. This is the last hours of the Buddha. It's actually about 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, so I will ask Shima to continue with the reading, and then I explain through these things.
The Blessed One's final exhortation. Now the Blessed One spoke to the Venerable Ananda, saying, "It may be, Ananda, that to some among you the thought will come, ended is the word of the Master. We have a Master no longer. But it should not, Ananda, be considered. For that which I have proclaimed and made known as the Dhamma and the discipline, that shall be your Master when I am gone."
Sorry, one moment. You see what the Buddha said to Ananda? He said, "Now I'm going. Okay, I'm something like you're losing your teacher. So who will be the teacher after I die? Yeah, who will continue to teach you, or how you go? What it will be your direction, or who will be your teacher after I will die? Till now, everything you wanted to know, you just asked me. But when I will die, what to do then?" So the Buddha say, you don't need any teacher. The Dharma, it means the 84 teaching that I already gave you, okay, the Eightfold Path, if we talk like this, okay, and the Vinaya, it means the discipline, the precept that I gave you, the 227 precepts, they can be your teacher then. You just follow them and you are on the way. Please, Shiva.
And Ananda, whereas now the bhikkhus address one another as friend, let it not be so when I am gone. The senior bhikkhus, Ananda, may address the junior ones by their name, their family name, or as friend. But the junior bhikkhus should address the senior ones as Venerable Sir, or your reference.
Okay, so one moment, sorry, Shima. Now, what happened is that normally before, when the monk, they used to talk to each other, also, they call even elder monk, and because you have the Buddha as a leader. So all the monks, they something like equal. But now after the Buddha passed away, now the Buddha said, very, very important, respecting elders. But the Buddha as elders does not exist. So now the monk have to respect elders in the seniority of the Sangha, in the bhikkhu themselves. So it means that the young monk have to call to the elder monk as a bante. They say the word bante. Something like you respect them, you show them the respect. But the elder monk talk to the young monk, either he can talk to him his name, or either he can say auso, it means young monk, okay? So this is two options. So this is what the Buddha said to the Ananda, that now you normally respect me as the elders of all of you, but now when I'm going, you have to respect each other. Very, very important, respect elders. Yeah.
If it is desired, Ananda, the Sangha may, when I am gone, abolish the lesser and minor rules. Ananda, when I am gone...
Sorry, just a moment. You see what? The monk have 227 precepts, okay? But the Buddha, you see how clever the Buddha was. He knew that in the future, things in the life will change. It will not be the same. How nowadays is not the same like in the time of the Buddha. We must have passport. We must carry things that we must behave in many things that in that time of the Buddha, the life was different. And the Buddha knew that the life would change. So he said the monk have different rules. They have 4 rules, which is very serious. We call it parajika. If the monk break them, he will be defeat. He cannot stay as a monk. For example, never will be able, the monk will be able to kill. Never will be able, the monk would steal. Okay? So these 4 kind of things that the Buddha gave to the monk, you will never be able. Another 10, it's things that the monk have to do some kind of ceremony. And then the rest from 227 precepts, it's minors. So it depends on the occasion. And the Buddha said to Ananda that some of them you can change. It will be obvious that it will be changed. But what happened that the Buddha didn't, and Ananda didn't ask which precept it will be that we change to what. So that's why now we are trying to keep the 227 precepts. But it's obvious that many of them, a few of them, the monk not really can have it. Okay, they cannot take it. It will not be possible for them. So that's why sometimes became conflict between different kind of group of monks. They said this monk is not keeping the precept. This kind, some monk criticized Ajahn that he's holding money. But what to do? I myself will break precept. I will break the law of the country if I will not hold money, for example. I will be out of law. So different things like this. But the problem is that we should not be attached to this. We use it as a material thing just for money. Yeah. So this is what the Buddha said. That the monk can not use different kind of food, the minor, okay, not the serious one. Yeah, please.
Ananda, when I am gone, let the higher penalty be imposed upon the Bhikkhu Channa. But what, Lord, is the higher penalty? The Bhikkhu Channa, Ananda, may say what he will, but the bhikkhus should neither converse with him, nor exhort him, nor admonish him.
Yeah, you know who is this Channa? Channa actually became a monk. But actually this Channa, he was the assistant of the Buddha. When the Buddha was just young, he was the driver of the Channa. He was taking care for his horses, okay, for his horse and this. So when Chanda came to be a monk, he was very, very proud. He feels so close to the Buddha. Well, Buddha is my friend. I took care about them when he was child. So all the time he show off many things. So that's why Ananda said the only way, the Buddha said to Ananda, the only way to change him, either don't let them show off. So if you ignore him, or even you teach him how to behave. So this is the way how to change him. But there is no other way. So this is in the end, the Buddha said this is the highest penalty. It means because it's the highest punishment possible if you just ignore someone. It's very painful if nobody wants to talk to you. Huh? So if you show off, and then people they don't want to talk to you, so it's very hard. So in this way, the Buddha say might be changed. Please.
Then the Blessed One addressed the bhikkhus, saying, "It may be, bhikkhus, that one of you is in doubt or perplexity as to the Buddha, the Dhamma or the Sangha, the path or the practice. Then question, bhikkhus. Do not be given to remorse later on with the thought, the Master was with us face to face, yet face to face we failed to ask him." But when this was said, the bhikkhus were silent, and yet a second and a third time the Blessed One said to them, "It may be, bhikkhus, that one of you is in doubt or perplexity as to the Buddha, the Dhamma or the Sangha, the path or the practice. Then question, bhikkhus. Do not be given to remorse later on with the thought, the Master was with us face to face, yet face to face we failed to ask him." And for a second and a third time the bhikkhus were silent. Then the Blessed One said to them, "It may be, bhikkhus, out of respect for the Master that you ask no questions. Then, bhikkhus, let friend communicate it to friend." Yet still the bhikkhus were silent. And the Venerable Ananda spoke to the Blessed One, saying, "Marvelous it is, O Lord, most wonderful it is. This faith I have in the community of bhikkhus, that not even one bhikkhu is in doubt or perplexity as to the Buddha, the Dhamma, or the Sangha, the path, or the practice. Out of faith, Ananda, you speak thus. But here, Ananda, the Tathagata knows for certain that among this community of bhikkhus, there is not even one bhikkhu who is in doubt or perplexity as to the Buddha, the Dhamma, or the Sangha, the path, or the practice. For Ananda, among these 500 bhikkhus, even the lowest is a stream enterer, secure from downfall, assured, and bound for enlightenment.
One moment, I will explain. What happened is that the Buddha, he laying down. He's going to die, and then he could ask the monks that in the front of him. He said, anyone have questions? So the monk, nobody asked any questions. So the Buddha asked again, anyone want to know something? Anyone don't understand anything? So the Buddha asked 3 times, and the monks, they don't. So the Buddha, they don't react. So the Buddha, he said to the monk, okay, maybe you shy to talk to me because I'm the master. So you talk to your friend, tell them, and then there's someone that will ask. This is not the direct for him. Something like, he's not the stupid one, okay? I'm not asking, I'm not the one that asked this stupid question. So I'm not shy. But again, the Buddha is waiting for them 2, 3 times. They don't ask. So Ananda was very happy. So wow, so clever. To all the monks, very, very clear. They don't have any questions. So the Buddha said, you think that they don't have questions, but the Buddha can read the mind of all of them. So the Buddha said, I know that they know everything. Why? Why they actually know everything? Because they all minimum sotapan. So the sotapan, he don't have any doubt on the Buddha and Dhamma Sangha. The Eightfold Path is very, very clear to him. So that's why he will not have the questions. He know the direction. Even you put him alone in the jungle, he never will mistake. He know exactly how to walk. So the Buddha, he can see that all the monk minimum is sotapan. That's why the Buddha sure, of course, they will not have questions. Yeah, please.
And the Blessed One addressed the bhikkhus, saying, behold now, bhikkhus, I exhort you. All compounded things are subject to vanish. Strive with earnestness. This was the last word of the Tathagata.
So everything is impermanent. You will not live forever. Try to work a lot, struggle. Encourage them to practice. Okay, say practice. Go on, cross suffering. Don't wait. Don't be negligent. Yeah, please.
How the Blessed One passed into Nibbana. And the Blessed One entered the first jhana. Rising from the first jhana, he entered the second jhana. Rising from the second jhana, he entered the third jhana. Rising from the third jhana, he entered the fourth jhana. And rising out of the fourth jhana, he entered the sphere of infinite space. Rising from the attainment of the sphere of infinite space, he entered the sphere of infinite consciousness. Rising from the attainment of the sphere of infinite consciousness, he entered the sphere of nothingness. Rising from the attainment of the sphere of nothingness, he entered the sphere of neither perception nor non-perception. And rising out of the attainment of the sphere of neither perception nor non-perception, he attained to the cessation of perception and feeling.
One moment. You see what happened now? The Buddha is laying down on the right side, okay? He's headed to the north. He closing eyes, legs on legs. But nobody know what happened to the Buddha. There is no one to know what happened to the Buddha. Actually, there is someone to know what happened to the Buddha. This is Anuruddha. Anuruddha actually was a brother of Ananda, okay? The elder brother of Ananda. Okay? So Anuruddha, he have the power. We call him Anuruddha Chan. He have the power to read the mind of the Buddha at the time. Okay? So he can say what happened to the Buddha. And what happened, what the Buddha make before he get enlightened, final enlightened, final nirvana, before he pass away, he start to go up with the jhana. First jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, rupa jhana. After finish the rupa jhana, he go on the 4 arupa jhana. The first arupa jhana, second arupa jhana, third arupa jhana, and then he go to cessation of perceptions of feeling. These are situations that only enlightened person can do. No other monk, no other yogi can do it. Even people practicing very, very strong concentration, they cannot get it. This is what happened in this moment. The mind shut down totally. Even you throw atomic bomb on the person, he will not die. Nothing will happen to him. You put him in the fire, nothing will happen to him. This is called cessations of perceptions and feeling. It means the mind is not existing in the body, shut down totally. and nothing can touch the body. Whatever you try to destroy the body, not possible. Okay? And from there, okay, now you continue. This is how the Buddha first go up on the jhanas. Okay, till he reached to the 9th one. Yeah.
And the Venerable Ananda spoke to the Venerable Anuruddha, saying, Venerable Anuruddha, the Blessed One has passed away. No, friend Ananda, the Blessed One has not passed away. He has entered the state of the cessation of perception and feeling.
He is the only one, Anuruddha Jani is the only one in this case. He can read. I don't know, maybe other monks also can read, but he was the one that speak. He was the leader of the reading, to read the mind of the Buddha, and he explained all this. That's why we know the stages, because Anuruddha Jani can see it. Ananda didn't know. He cannot know. Yeah.
Then the Blessed One, rising from the cessation of perception and feeling, entered the sphere of neither perception nor non-perception. Rising from the attainment of the sphere of neither perception nor non-perception, he entered the sphere of nothingness. Rising from the attainment of the sphere of nothingness, he entered the sphere of infinite consciousness. Rising from the attainment of the sphere of infinite consciousness, he entered the sphere of infinite space. Rising from the attainment of the sphere of infinite space, he entered the 4th jhana. Rising from the 4th jhana, he entered the 3rd jhana. Rising from the 3rd jhana, he entered the 2nd jhana. Rising from the 2nd jhana, he entered the 1st jhana. Rising from the 1st jhana, he entered the 2nd jhana. Rising from the 2nd jhana, he entered the 3rd jhana. Rising from the 3rd jhana, he entered the 4th jhana. And rising from the 4th jhana, the Blessed One immediately passed away.
Okay, okay. You see what the Buddha make? The Buddha, he reached to the highest one, the 9th one, okay? The cessations of the perception and feeling. And after this, he start to go down again, the jhanas, step by step, step by step, step by step, till he come again to the 1st jhana. From the 1st jhana, he go again to the 4th jhana. Actually, from the Arupa jhana, he will not be able to go to nirvana. So he either 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th jhana, he can go to nirvana. So he go up to the 4th jhana, and from there he go to final enlightenment. What we call he die. Okay. So this is the stages that the Buddha make, and then how he let go his life.
The world's echo. And when the Blessed One had passed away, simultaneously with his parinibbana, there came a tremendous earthquake, dreadful and astounding, and the thunders rolled across the heavens.
One moment. This is, you see, the Buddha at that time, he said to Ananda, there is 8 occasions when there is earthquake, strong earthquake. For example, one of them, it's the normal earthquake when the water come into with the air element affected the earth itself. So there is earth. This is earthquake what normally we experience. Okay, that just in the nature there is earthquake. But also some earthquake happen because of the occasion of the Buddha. For example, when the Buddha come to his mother, to the mother in the womb, when the Buddha is just the birth of the Buddha, when the Buddha say, I'm going to die, when the Buddha getting enlightened, okay? So in this case, when the Buddha is dying, getting into the final enlightenment, also there is earthquake. So this is why now it's come to be the earthquake. One of them, it's the moment when the Buddha is just letting go of his life. So altogether 8 reasons for earthquake. This is before we was reading it in this sutta. In the Maha-parinibbana Sutta, the Buddha say, oh, when the Buddha is saying, I let go my life that time. So it was earthquake, and then Ananda come to the Buddha and say, wow, it was great earthquake. What happened? And then the Buddha explained him about this 8 reasons for the earthquake. So this is one of them. When just the Buddha died. Yeah.
And when the Blessed One had passed away, simultaneously with his parinibbana, Brahma Sahampati spoke this stanza. All must depart, all beings that have life must shed their compound forms, yea, even one. A master such as he a peerless being, powerful in wisdom, the enlightened one has passed away. And when the Blessed One had passed away,
One moment, Sima. You know, somebody, this is the same angels, same Brahma, that actually, when the Buddha get enlightened, the Buddha, he said, I don't want to teach, I don't willing to teach because nobody can learn from this. So somebody, he was the one that was hearing this. He came to the Buddha and he prostrated, prostrated to the Buddha. He said, please start to teach. This is the same angels, okay, same Brahma. They come and now we come and say everything has to stop. Even the Buddha himself have to pass away. Nothing stay forever. There is nothing that is permanent in the life. Even the Buddha himself is not permanent. Everything is impermanent. Yeah, please.
And when the Blessed One had passed away, simultaneously with his Parinibbana, Sakka, king of the gods, spoke this stanza. Transient are all compounded things, subject to arise and vanish. Having come into existence, they pass away. Good is the peace when they forever cease.
One moment. This is in the past chanting, when we was talking about Maha-parinibbana, every time beside the dhammatalk, I include anicca vata sankara upatavayata mino upachita vani uchanti te sampasamo sukho, because this is exactly this chanting. Anicca vata sankara, it means all sankara, everything is impermanent. They're all coming and going, but only the real happiness is nirvana, okay? When they are forever ceasing, it's nirodha, okay? Chanting, when they are stopping totally, getting into a nirodha, this is their real happiness, okay? This is Sakka, the king of the deva, I say. Please.
And when the Blessed One had passed away, simultaneously with his Parinibbana, the Venerable Anuruddha spoke this stanza. No movement of the breath, but with steadfast heart, free from desire and tranquil, so the Sag come to his end, by mortal pangs unshaken. His mind, like a flame extinguished, finds release.
You see, this is actually the meaning of the nirodha. Nirodha is when you take a flame and you turn it off. This is mean nirodha. So we compare Anuruddha, the brother from Ananda, he compare it. He said, no more rising and falling, no more life continuously, no more conditions rising and ceasing. There is no any greed, anger, delusion. Okay? He said the desire is finished, the attachment is finished, tanha is finished. Okay? So the flame is stop, turn off. This is nirodha. Okay, that's why you compare it also to the flame. Yeah.
And when the Blessed One had passed away, simultaneously with his Parinibbana, the Venerable Ananda spoke this stanza. Then there was terror, and the hair stood up when he, the all-accomplished one, the Buddha, passed away.
He said, Ananda talking about the earthquake. He said, oh, the earthquake is so frightened. So everybody shake, everybody, the air standing for fear. Okay? Yeah.
Then when the Blessed One had passed away, some bhikkhus, not yet freed from passion, lifted up their arms and wept, and some, flinging themselves on the ground, rolled from side to side and wept, lamenting, too soon has the Blessed One come to his Parinibbana. Too soon has the Happy One come to his Parinibbana. Too soon has the eye of the world vanished from sight. But the bhikkhus who were freed from passion, mindful and clearly comprehending, reflected in this way. Impermanent are all compounded things. How could this be otherwise?
You see, there is when the people have greed, they have attachment. So they attach to the Buddha, they attach to the teacher. So they start to cry, they start to be sad. Also the Sotapan, he can be in sadness and crying and feeling lamenting. Also Sakadagami actually feeling pain inside. But only the Arahant and actually Anagami already, he will not feel any pain. They don't have any. They say, why we have to cry so much? Why you have to complain? Why you feeling bad so much? Anyway, everything have to finish. So what is this feeling bad that you have lamentation inside and sadness? This is normal. This was expected already forward before. Yeah.
And the Venerable Anuruddha addressed the bhikkhus saying, "Enough, friends, do not grieve, do not lament. For has not the Blessed One declared that with all that is dear and beloved there must be change, separation, and severance? Of that which is born, come into being, compounded and subject to decay, how can one say, may it not come to dissolution? The deity's friends are aggrieved."
You see, well, Buddha, he explained to the monk crying. He said, why you have to cry? The Buddha talk everything is anicca. So what you have already in the forward, we know that our master will die. So what now you have to cry about? Yeah.
But Venerable Sir, of what deities is the Venerable Anuruddha aware? There are deities, friends, Ananda, in space and under earth who are earthly minded. With disheveled hair they weep, with uplifted arms they weep, flinging themselves on the ground, they roll from side to side lamenting. Too soon has the Blessed One come to his parinibbana. Too soon has the Happy One come to his parinibbana. Too soon has the eye of the world vanished from sight. But those deities who are freed from passion, mindful and clearly comprehending, reflect in this way. Impermanent are all compounded things. How could this be otherwise?
You see, Buddha said that also the angels, they agree. So Ananda asked him, so, it means you see angels. What kind of angels? And then the Buddha explained to Ananda that actually the angels behaving the same like you, all of you. They so sad and cry about some of them. They so sad and cry about this that the Buddha passed away. Same like human being. Because the angels also, some of them, they have reading delusion. But the one that is anagami, because there is no possible that the angels will be arahant. Arahant, when he die, he will not be anymore exist. He will go to find an enlightened. But the Buddha say the angels which is free from this anger and all this worry, it means that anagami kind of angels. They are the only one which will not cry and feel sad. Yeah.
Now the Venerable Anuruddha and the Venerable Ananda spent the rest of the night in talking on the Dhamma. Then the Venerable Anuruddha spoke to the Venerable Ananda, saying, "Go now, friend Ananda, to Kushinara, and announce to the Malas, the Blessed One, Pasetas, has passed away. Do now as seems fitting to you."
You see what happened? We are talking about this, the Buddha passed away about 2 o'clock in the morning. So we are talking about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, till 6 o'clock in the morning. And only monks, they stay there. The people, they was sleeping. Everybody was sleeping. And this is the final time when the Buddha passed away. So the monkey was, the monks, the close monk was close to the Buddha. They stay with them there in the time. And then these 4 hours of the morning, early morning, so we coming to about 6 o'clock in the morning. Soon the people starting to wake up. So Buddha said to Ananda, go to Kusinagar, report to the people that the Buddha passed away. Because the people are already sleeping, now they're starting to wake up. Yeah.
So be it, Venerable Sir. And the Venerable Ananda prepared himself in the forenoon, and taking bowl and robe, went with a companion into Kusinara. At that time, the Malas of Kusinara had gathered in the council hall to consider that very matter.
You see, early morning, okay? They're meeting, they're starting to get a meeting. Yeah.
And the Venerable Ananda approached them and announced, "The Blessed One, Pasetas, has passed away. Do now as seems fitting to you." And when they heard the Venerable Ananda speak these words, the Malas with their sons, their wives, and the wives of their sons were sorely grieved grieved at heart and afflicted. And some, with their hair all dishevelled, with arms upraised in despair, wept, flinging themselves on the ground. They rolled from side to side, lamenting. Too soon has the Blessed One come to his parinibbana. Too soon has the Happy One come to his parinibbana. Too soon has the eye of the world vanished from sight. Homage to the remains.
One moment, you see again how they show that we are all human beings. We have these kind of characteristics. When we losing someone, immediately we cry, we broken heart, we start to feeling lamenting and this. Okay. So when Ananda he said to the people that the Buddha passed away, again they also start to cry and behave different, strange way how to feel sorrow and sadness. Yeah.
Then the Malas of Kushinara gave orders to their men, saying, gather now all the perfumes, flower garlands, and musicians, even all that are in Kushinara. And the Malas, with the perfumes, the flower garlands, and the musicians, and with 500 sets of clothing, went to the Sala Grove, the recreation park of the Malas, and approached the body of the Blessed One. And having approached, they paid homage to the body of the Blessed One, with dance, song, music, flower garlands, and perfume, and erecting canopies and pavilions. They spent the day showing respect, honor, and veneration to the body of the Blessed One. And then the thought came to them, now the day is too far spent for us to cremate the body of the Blessed One. Tomorrow we will do it.
You see, they actually wanted to come to make cremation, to burn the body of the, like we are Buddhists, we are doing like this, okay? Cremating the body. This is the way that the Buddha explained to Ananda how to treat his body after he died, okay? But they come, first they feel they want to wash it. So they bring flowers and candlesticks and all this. They start to dance and everything. So then they already come to be late. So they say, okay, we do it tomorrow. Today we celebrate. Yeah.
And for the second day and the third, fourth, fifth, sixth day, they paid homage to the body of the Blessed One with dance, song, music, flower garlands, and perfume, and erecting canopies and pavilions. They spent the day showing respect, honor, and veneration to the body of the Blessed One.
Expect them to make the festival about this, that they show respect to the Buddha body for 1 week. Yeah.
But on the seventh day, the thought came to them, we have paid homage to the body of the Blessed One with dance, song, music, flower garlands, and perfume, and have shown respect, honor, and veneration. Let us now carry the body of the Blessed One southwards to the southern part of the town and beyond, and let us there cremate the body of the Blessed One south of the town. And 8 Malas of the foremost families bathed from the crown of their heads and wearing new clothes with the thought, we will lift the body of the Blessed One, tried to do so, but they could not.
You see what happened? They didn't want to cremate the body in the same place. And that's why when we go to Kusinaga, there is the place where the Buddha passed away. This is the place where there is the statue where the Buddha laying down. But about few kilometers from there, about 5 kilometers from there, there is another place where there is a stupa, and in this stupa actually the cremation was there. So they say after they finish 7 days of dancing and worshiping, they decided now we are going to carry the dead body, the body of the Buddha, and to take it to the cremation area. Yeah.
Then the Malas spoke to the Venerable Anuruddha.
Sorry, but you see they're trying to lift the body with all these things, but they cannot make it. It's not possible for them. They cannot raise it up. Yeah.
Then the Malas spoke to the Venerable Anuruddha, saying, what is the cause, Venerable Anuruddha? What is the reason that these 8 Malas of the foremost families bathed from the crown of their heads and wearing new clothes with the thought, we will lift up the body of the Blessed One, try to do so, but cannot.
They're wondering. They are so strong people, 8 people. They try to carry the body of the Buddha, but not possible for them. So they're asking Anuruddha, what is the reason why these strong people, they cannot lift the body of the Buddha?
You Vasitas have one purpose, the deities have another. Then what, Venerable Sir, is the purpose of the deities? Your purpose, Vasitas, is this. We have paid homage to the body of the Blessed One with dance, song, music, flower garlands, and perfume, and have shown respect, honor, and veneration. Let us now carry the body of the Blessed One southwards to the southern part of the town and beyond, and let us there cremate the body of the Blessed One south of the town. But the purpose of the deities, Vasitas, is this. We have paid homage to the body of the Blessed One with heavenly dance, song, music, flower garlands, and perfume, and have shown respect, honor, and veneration. Let us now carry the body of the Blessed One northwards to the northern part of the town, and having carried it through the northern gate, let us go through the center of the town, and then eastwards to the east of the town, and having passed through the east gate, let us carry it to the Chaitya of the Malas, Makuta Bandhana, and there let us cremate the body of the Blessed One.
You see what Anuruddha said to them, to the people? He say, you want something, but you cannot raise the body of the Buddha because the angels, they want another things. So they want just to take it from the people from the south, something like to one place. But the Anuruddha say the angels, they want different way. They want to carry it to the north and to go through the city. So all the people in the city, they can see. And also they will go to another place, which is another place for the cremation. They think this is more suitable place to. So they also, the angels, they also was dancing. They also was making show for themselves. Same like human beings. They make a festival for themselves and worship the Buddha. Also the angels make it for themselves as the angels. But their wish is to go through the city. So anyone in the city, they can see the Buddha. And also they will go to different kind of place for the making their cremation.
As the deities wish, Venerable Sir, so let it be. Thereupon the whole of Kusinara, even to the dust heaps and rubbish heaps, became covered knee-deep in Mandarava flowers. And homage was paid to the body of the Blessed One by the deities as well as the Malas of Kusinara, with dance, song, music, flower garlands, and perfume, both divine and human, respect, honor, and veneration were shown. And they carried the body of the Blessed One northwards to the northern part of the town. And having carried it through the northern gate, they went through the center of the town, and then eastward to the east of the town. And having passed through the east gate, they carried the body of the Blessed One to the Setija of the Malas, Makuta Bandhana, and there laid it down.
Okay, you see, so then the success, you see, the people, they say, oh, maybe it will not be respectable through the city or not beautiful. But actually, it was more beneficial because more people, they can worship. Okay, so this is the idea of the angels there. Yeah.
Then the Malas of Kusinara spoke to the Venerable Ananda, saying, how should we act, Venerable Ananda, respecting the body of the Tathagata? After the same manner, Vasitas, as towards the body of a universal monarch. But how, Venerable Ananda, do they act respecting the body of a universal monarch? The body of a universal monarch, Vasitas, is first wrapped round with new linen, and then with teased cotton wool, and again it is wrapped round with new linen, and again with teased cotton wool, and so it is done up to 500 layers of linen and 500 of cotton wool. When that is done, the body of the universal monarch is placed in an iron oil vessel, which is enclosed in another iron vessel, and a funeral pyre is built of all kinds of perfumed woods. And so the body of the universal monarch is burned. And at a crossroads, a stupa is raised for the universal monarch. So it is done, Facetas, with the body of a universal monarch. And even Facetas, as with the body of a universal monarch, so should it be done with the body of the Tathagata. And at a crossroads, also a stupa should be raised for the Tathagata. And whoever shall bring to that place garlands or incense or sandalwood paste, or pay reverence, and whose mind becomes calm there, it will be to his well-being and happiness for a long time.
Actually, all this instruction, this is before we was reading. This is the Buddha himself instruct Ananda. Ananda asked the Buddha what we should do. Ananda explained him exactly how to cover the body, how to clean the body, how to all these actions, what to do. And then he told them that if you take the ashes or the remain, the litter, the relic, okay, from the dead body of the Buddha, and you put it in the shrine, in the memorial, in pagoda, jedi, so people that will come to the stupa, they worship it, it will be great feeling for them. So this is the instruction what the Buddha already told to Ananda. So now Ananda explained to the people what to do.
Then the Malas gave orders to their men, saying, "Gather now all the teased cotton wool of the Malas." And the Malas of Kushinara wrapped the body of the Blessed One round with new linen, and then with teased cotton wool. And again they wrapped it round with new linen, and again with teased cotton wool. And so it was done up to 500 layers of linen and 500 of cotton wool. When that was done, they placed the body of the Blessed One in an iron oil vessel, which was enclosed in another iron vessel. And they built a funeral pyre of all kinds of perfumed wood, and upon it they laid the body of the Blessed One. Now at that time the Venerable Maha...
Okay, here you see they prepare exactly what they what the Ananda told them to do. Yeah.
Now at that time the Venerable Mahakassapa was journeying from Pawa to Kusinara.
Pawa to Kusinara, if you remember, this is Pawa is the place where the Buddha he was eating the food, which was making his problem. So the Pawa to Kusinara is only 1 day. It was something like in the distance of 1 day of maximum. I know Kassapa, Mahakassapa was the most elder monk in that time. Yeah.
Together with a large company of 500 bhikkhus. And on the way, the Venerable Mahakassapa went aside from the highway and sat down at the foot of a tree. And a certain Ajivaka came by on his way to Pava. And he had...
one monk, let's say yogi, he come from Kusinara. So this is after 7 weeks, 7 days. 7 days celebration, okay? So now finish 7 days, and in the last 7 days, the last day from the 7 days, this occasion happened. Kassapa with many Mahakassapa with a group of people, he have a final 1 day from Pava to Kusinara. So on the way, he meeting this yogi, which is not connected to the Buddha, okay?
And he had taken a Mandarava flower from Kusinara, and the Venerable Mahakassapa saw the Ajivaka coming from a distance. And as he drew close, he spoke to him, saying, "Do you know, friend, anything of our master?"
You see what happened with Mahakassapa? He know that in the moment that the Buddha passing away, these special flowers will be around. So he saw these flowers on the head, on the ear of the yogi. So immediately he suspect, I think the Buddha passed away. Okay, because he don't know by his mind, but he saw the symbols. So he asked oh, do you know something? He started to investigate this yogi about the Buddha, because he suspect Buddha passed away. Yeah.
Yes, friend, I know. It is now 7 days since the ascetic Gautama passed away. From here I have brought this mandarava flower. Thereupon some bhikkhus, not yet freed from passion, lifted up their arms and wept, and some, flinging themselves on the ground, rolled from side to side and wept, lamenting, "Too soon has the Blessed One come to his parinibbana. Too soon has the Happy One come to his parinibbana. Too soon has the eye of the world vanished from sight." Now at that time, one Subhadda, who had renounced only his old age, was seated in the assembly, and he addressed the bhikkhus, saying, "Enough, friends, do not grieve, do not lament. We are well rid of that great ascetic. Too long, friends, have we been oppressed by his saying, 'This is fitting for you, this is not fitting for you.' Now we shall be able to do as we wish, and what we do not wish, that we shall do not."
You see, okay, one moment. You see what happened in the group of of Kasapa, Mahagasapa. It was many monks. Some of them very, very young. They still don't understand. So when they get the information from the Buddha about the precept, some of them they don't like. Some of them they want to do. Maybe they want to eat afternoon. Maybe they don't understand why it's not good to do this. So now when they hear about the Buddha passed away, first it happened the occasion that monk, because they are very, very young, not clean mind, they also start to cry and lament. So in this moment, Subhadda, he said to the monk, "Don't cry, don't cry. Now we are free. We can do whatever we like." So Mahakasapa was hearing these things. This is why Mahakasapa decided, one of the reasons that Mahakasapa decided to make a meeting of the monks and to collect all the information after Buddha passed away. That the monks, they just the Buddha died, and then the breaking, the people, the monks, they don't know, they start to break precept. So this is one of the reasons that Mahakasapa decided to make the collections of the 500 enlightened monks to collect the precept and the Dharma and the Vinaya after the Buddha passed away. Okay? Please.
But the Venerable Mahakasapa addressed the bhikkhus, saying, "Enough, friends, do not grieve, do not lament. For has not the Blessed One declared that with all that is dear and beloved, there must be change, separation, and severance? Of that which is born, come into being, compounded, and subject to decay, how can one say, may it not come to dissolution?"
Actually, you see, Mahakasapa say the same thing. He said to the people, the monk, "Don't cry, don't cry." But the reason is not because, oh, now we don't care, we do like the other monk he speak. Okay, he said to the monk, "Don't cry, don't cry. Why you have to lament? Anyway, now we can do whatever we want." Mahakasapa said the same thing. "Don't cry, don't cry." But not because of this, but because there is everything is anicca, everything is impermanent. The Buddha must pass away. So this is nature things. Yeah, please.
Now at that time, 4 malas of the foremost families, bathed from the crown of their heads and wearing new clothes, with the thought, "We will set alight the Blessed One's pyre," tried to do so, but they could not. And the mala spoke to the Venerable Anuruddha, saying, "What is the cause, Venerable Anuruddha? What is the reason that these 4 malas of the foremost families, bathed from the crown of their heads and wearing new clothes, with the thought, 'We will set alight the Blessed One's pyre,' try to do so, but cannot?"
You see, they try to to burn the fire. They try to raise the fire on the cremation, but it's not burning. The fire is not coming. So they're wondering what happened. Why we cannot make the fire? We are very intelligent. We are very nice. We're dressing very politely, everything, but cannot make the fire on the cremation, on the fire. Yeah, cannot make the fire. Yeah. So they ask Anuruddha, why is it that we cannot do it? Yeah.
You Vasitas have one purpose, and the deities have another. Then what, Venerable Sir, is the purpose of the deities? The purpose of the deities Vasitas is this. The Venerable Mahakassapa is on his way from Pava to Kusinara, together with a large company of 500 bhikkhus. Let not the Blessed One's pyre be set alight until the Venerable Mahakassapa has paid homage at the feet of the Blessed One.
See what Anuruddha said? You cannot light the fire on the woods and everything, because the angels, they are waiting for Mahakassapa to come. They want him. He's the elder monk. He's the most, something like respected monk from all the other monks. So he soon is coming. Let them come first and pay respect. After we can make the fire, please.
As the deities wish, Venerable Sir, so let it be. And the Venerable Mahakassapa approached the pyre of the Blessed One at the Sitija of the Malas, Makuta Bandhana in Kusinara, and he arranged his upper robe on one shoulder, and with his clasped hands raised in salutation, he walked 3 times round the pyre, keeping his right side towards the Blessed One's body, and he paid homage at the feet of the Blessed One. And even so did the 500 bhikkhus. And when homage had been paid by the Venerable Mahakassapa and the 500 bhikkhus, the pyre of the Blessed One burst into flame by itself.
You see what happened? Because I told you that Mahakassapa was from Puba coming to Kusinara. It only take 1 day. The Buddha himself make it almost 1 day, but Kassapa was healthy. He make it very fast. He could complete. It's only 5 miles. So, and he already was on the way. So he didn't have long distance to go. And in the moment that he come, after this conversation between the people try to make burning fire, but they cannot do it. And soon after this, not few hours after this, Mahakassapa coming, he make round circle 3 times to the Buddha. He pay respect to the Buddha, to the legs of the Buddha when the Buddha lays down, together with this group of monks, and then the fire come by itself to the cremation. Yeah.
And it came about that when the body of the Blessed One had been burned, no ashes or particles were to be seen of what had been skin, tissue, flesh, sign, and fluid. Only bones remained. Just as when ghee or oil is burned, it leaves no particles or ashes behind. Even so, when the body of the Blessed One had been burned, no ashes or particles were to be seen of what had been skin, tissue, flesh, sign, and fluid. Only bones remained. And of the 500 linen wrappings, only 2 were not consumed, the innermost and the outermost. And when the body of the Blessed One had been burned, water rained down from heaven and extinguished the pyre of the Blessed One. And from the Sala trees water came forth, and the Malas of Kusinara brought water, scented with many kinds of perfumes, and they too extinguished the pyre of the Blessed One. And the Malas of Kusinara laid the relics of the Blessed One in their council hall, and surrounded them with a lattice work of spheres, and encircled them with a fence of boughs. And there for 7 days they paid homage to the relics of the Blessed One with dance, song, music, flower garlands, and perfume, and showed respect, honor, and veneration to the relics of the Blessed One.
You see what happened when they make it, they burn the fire? Everything is disappear from the body because the fire took everything, but only the bones. This is the relic that we're collecting. We have, for example, in our temple in Jomtong, we have the relic from the head of the Buddha. There is in Doikan, in another temple, I think many of you know, there is the relic of the Buddha. This has come from this fire, from these cremations. Okay, after this, they spread it more. Okay. Now they are going to talk about the spreading of the relic.
Right, partition of the relics. Then the king of Magadha, Ajatasattu, son of the Videhi queen, came to know that at Kusinara the Blessed One has passed away. And he sent a message to the Malas of Kusinara saying, the Blessed One was of the warrior's caste, and I am too. I am worthy to receive a portion of the relics of the Blessed One. I will erect a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One and hold a festival in their honor. And the Lichavis of Pisali came to know that at Kusinara the Blessed One had passed away. Then they sent a message to the Malas of Kusinara saying, the Blessed One was of warrior caste, and we are too. We are worthy to receive a portion of the relics of the Blessed One. We will erect a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One and hold a festival in their honor.
You see more and more kings and rulers, they're hearing about this, that they have the relic of the Buddha, they want to keep it. They want to worship it. They want to build a stupa, like the Buddha said. So they want to take care for the relics. So slowly, more and more kings, they learn about it, they wish to know, to have it. Yeah.
And the Sakyas of Kapilavatu came to know that at Kusinara the Blessed One had passed away. And they sent a message to the Malas of Kusinara saying, the Blessed One was the greatest of our clan. We are worthy to receive a portion of the relics of the Blessed One. We will erect a stupa of the relics of the Blessed One and hold a festival in their honor. And the bullies of Alakapa came to know that at Kusinara the Blessed One had passed away, and they sent a message to the Malas of Kusinara saying, the Blessed One was of warrior caste, and we are too. We are worthy to receive a portion of the relics of the Blessed One. We will erect a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One and hold a festival in their honor. And the colleagues of Ramagama came to know that at Kusinara the Blessed One had passed away, and they sent a message to the Malas of Kusinara saying, the Blessed One was of the warrior caste, and we are too. We are worthy to receive a portion of the relics of the Blessed One. We will erect a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One and hold a festival in their honor. And the Vitadipa Brahman came to know that at Kusinara the Blessed One had passed away, and he sent a message to the Malas of Kusinara saying, the Blessed One was of the warrior caste, and I am a Brahman. I am worthy to receive a portion of the relics of the Blessed One. I will erect a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One and hold a festival in their honor. And the Malas of Pava came to know that at Kusinara the Blessed One had passed away, and they sent a message to the Malas of Kusinara saying, the Blessed One was of the warrior caste, and we are too. We are worthy to receive a portion of the relics of the Blessed One. We will erect a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One and hold a festival in their honor. But when they heard these words, the Malas of Kusinara addressed the assembly saying, the Blessed One has passed away in our township. We shall not part with any portion of the relics of the Blessed One. Then the Brahman Dona spoke to the assembly saying,
Okay, one moment. You see what happened. More and more kings, more and more rulers, they hear the Buddha died, there is a relic, we wish to have the relic. But then, attachment. The Kusinara, the Mala from the Kusina, the people, the attachment so much, they say, no, we don't give to anyone, we don't give to anyone, it belongs to us only. Please.
one word from me, I beg you, sirs, to hear.
So you see, Dona, he was one of the people there. And then he interrupt. He said, what is this? Why you have attachment so much? I want to tell you something. Please listen to me. Don't be too much stingy and attachment to this relic. Please listen what I want to say. Yeah.
Our Buddha taught us ever to forbear. Unseemly would it be should strife arise and war and bloodshed over the custody of his remains, who was the best of men. Let us all, sirs, in friendliness agree to share 8 portions, so that far and wide stupas may rise, and seeing them, mankind, faith in the all-enlightened one will find.
You see, the Buddha, he said, Buddha was so generosity. He talked about peace. He talked about to be equal, okay, not to be stingy. And okay, we have now 8 people which want this. Let's divide it to 8 pieces. I will divide it to 8 pieces and I give it equally. Yeah.
So be it, Brahman. Divide the relics into 8 equal portions yourself. And the Brahman Dona said to the assembly, so be it, sirs. And he divided justly into 8 equal portions the relics of the Blessed One. And having done so, he addressed the assembly, saying, let this urn, sirs, be given to me. Over this urn I will erect a stupa, and in its honor I will hold a festival. And the urn was given to the Brahman Dona. Then the Moriyas of Pipalivana came to know that the Kusinara, the Blessed One, had passed away. And they sent a message to the Malas of Kusinara saying, the Blessed One was of the warriors caste, and we are too. We are worthy to receive a portion of the relics of the Blessed One. We will erect a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One and hold a festival in his honor. There is no portion of the relics of the Blessed One remaining. The relics of the Blessed One have been divided, but take from here the ashes.
You see what happened? After they divided already the relic to 8 pieces and they give it, now again there is other people want to come and want more. So they say, okay, but the relic finished. So they say, okay, take the ashes, okay? The wood and all these things, what's yeah.
And they took from there the ashes. And the king Magadha Ajatasattu, son of the Videhi queen, erected a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One at Rajagaha, and in their honor held a festival. The Lichavids of Vesali erected a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One at Vesali, and in their honor held a festival. The Sakyas of Kapilivatu erected a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One at Kapilivatu, and in their honor held a festival. The Bulis of Alakapa erected a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One at Alakapa, and in their honor held a festival. The Kolis of Ramagama erected a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One at Ramagama, and in their honor held a festival. The Vetadipa Brahman erected a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One at Vetadipa, and in their honor held a festival. The Malas of Pavaka erected a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One at Pava, and in their honor held a festival. The Malas of Kusinara erected a stupa over the relics of the Blessed One at Kusinara, and in their honor held a festival. The Brahman Dona erected a stupa over the urn, and in its honor held a festival. And the Moriyas of Pipalivana erected a stupa over the ashes at Pipalivana, and in their honor held a festival. So it came about that there were 8 stupas of the relics, in 9th for the urn, and 10th for the ashes. And thus it was the day of old.
You see, this is why if you ask where is the relics of the Buddha and what happened with this, now you know. I can show you later. When we just finished, we almost finished, I show you a small map with where is the places in India, but from there it's spread all over the world. The monk took it to different places, many places. Yeah.
8 portions there were of the relics of him, the all-seeing one, the greatest of men.
Okay, so okay, here you see we finished. I just show you one more thing. Okay, one moment. I consider this. I will show you. I think so. Yeah, yeah. This is the last 2. This is the relic. You see here, this is the places in the north of India where they spread it first. After sometimes the monk took from these relics, they took from the relics. Big. How to do big? No, because when okay. It's a good it's a good here. Okay. Okay, never mind. I think you can see, huh? Anyway, you see this small square here? This small square show you where is all the relics formerly was in the very beginning. But then after this, they start to spread it all over many places. I can say all over the world because we also got in Germany, we have many, I think many in Europe you have spread, probably the other monks took it or people, they give, because this relic have a supernormal power and it became bigger and bigger and bigger, more. Okay? When another 2,500 years from now, the Buddhism slowly going down, at the end of this era of the 2,500 years, when the Buddhism will finish, all the area, all the ashes, all the relics from the Buddha, they will come back again to Kusinagara, and then they will disappear. Okay, this is from all around the world, wherever there is the relics of the Buddha. Another 2,500 years, the Buddhism will disappear, will finish, and then the end of the Buddhism, all the relics, wherever they are around the world, they will come by themselves with a supernormal power into Kusinagar, and then they will disappear. Okay, so this is the story of the final moment of the life of the Buddha, the Maha-parinibbana Sutta. So now we finish the sutta. Like I said, next week, hopefully, we will talk about the Asalha Puja and the Pansa rainy season and the turning the woods of Dhamma. Any questions? Anyone want to know something? Okay. If no, so we pay respect one more times to the Buddha. Aham Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Bhutan Bhagavantan Abhivade Savakato Bhagavata Damo Dhamman Namasam Supatipanno Bhagavato Savaka Sankho Sankhan Namah. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Shema.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night, Laila.
Bye-bye.